I started this painting last week, and I really had no plan for it. I just threw some colors on the canvas and started making some marks with acrylic inks. I ended up blending this beautiful gray with 3 of the main colors, and I got to the point where I felt like there was too much going on, so I started to cover some of it up, and then I started to take out some of the colors. This is where it is now, as of today. I'm not really sure where I'm going to take it. I added a bunch of pink, and we'll see what happens next, but it's still early in the process. There's another one next to it that I started today, and I'm really using the same process, just some light colors in the background, and that is the first layer. I needed to take a break and get away, so I went out hiking this morning up by Horsetooth Reservoir, and that gave me the motivation to come back and finish this one. I've been working on this for a few weeks. It started with an old painting that I did years ago, and I completely changed it. It always amazes me how a few hours out on the trails can totally change my motivation. I come back to the studio refreshed, and I'm able to finish something that I've been holding on to for weeks. I called this one Unearthed because it reminded me of dinosaurs and artifacts that we run into in our modern lives. For this other piece that I started, here's an example of what I was thinking the other day as I started to work on it, and as I started to play with the colors I already put down. My thing is, I think there are some areas here that are a little bit too busy, like this area here, and maybe a little bit up there and over here. I'm not sure I'm so thrilled about that orange color that I made. It's kind of a dull orange, and I think it's okay, but just the way I spread it on there, it makes the painting look a little bit too messy. So I'm going to see what I can do about it with some light layers. So I'm getting up close to the painting here. I really like that pink, and I think I'm going to add more. I'll leave this for now, but tomorrow I think I'm going to add another few layers of pink in those areas, because I just think that looks really cool. And then I'll figure out if I need to make any color adjustments. But yeah, I just really like that. This is what it looked like after I added more pink. It's not ideal, but it gives me some places to go from here. The thing about abstract painting is that you have to be able to let go of the marks that you made already in order to push the painting forward. You can always go back in and add things on top of the paint if you decide that you covered up something you really liked. But you just have to be free to explore. It makes the whole process so much more interesting, and you never know what you're going to come out with. I wanted to talk about another way of seeing things. And this is something I do in my sketchbook. I'll look for an old photograph, something that I feel like painting. In this case, it was a photo of some fireweed out in the forest. And what I do is I turn it upside down, and I choose the small palette of colors I want to work with. Then I do a black and white value sketch. I only choose 3 values, light, medium, and dark. And I paint those onto the sketch. After I get the basic black and white painting down, then I add colors from my palette. And eventually, I have the painting done. And then you can turn it upside down and see what you've done. And when it's right side up, you can see how you got your brain out of the way, so you're not judging yourself as you paint. And you'd be surprised at how good they can turn out. This isn't one of my better ones, but you get the idea.